Okay, welcome back to another rap analysis video, and I'd like to do these, but I thought I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm not going to analyze songs or their lyrics today, or the way that came about being recorded in the process. A little bit different today. So what I did is, I'm up here in Canada, and I was seeing on Twitter, Sheek Louch of D Block LOX. He kept pushing this thing for Cameo, which is it's like a site where celebrities will send you personalized messages. It's mostly for it's supposed to be for like a birthday or a special occasion. You could say, "Oh, congratulations on graduating, Timmy," or whatever that is. That's kind of what it's made for. And I never clicked on it because I figured they were way out of my price range, right? And also I thought it's kind of markish of me to get a video sent to myself. It kind of seemed like what they were made for was that they, it's a surprise for someone to get one of their favorite celebrities to send them a quick message or whatnot, and you get what you expect. So anyway, I clicked on it, and it said Sheek was only $30, but I mean, that's American, so I believe it came to like $42 for a Cameo. And I was looking at the thing, and that's what the options were. You can get them it's a quick shout out thing. They're not going to do long, and most of them cost way more than this. So I was really lucky that they accepted it, that Sheek accepted my offer, because some of the categories, so I put it under advice, which I wasn't really looking for advice. It was basically like getting a call-in show on the radio, where you get to ask one question when they're live at the radio, like the Sway on YouTube, how he does, where he gets the call-ins, and their time is money, which like his group member Styles P likes to say, and they get paid big bucks just to drop 16 bars, or just to do little quick shout-outs for mixtapes or for DJs and stuff like that. So he didn't have to accept it, but he did. So the question I asked Sheek is I wanted to know what inspired him to get into rapping, like what made him think that he could be a rapper, and if he remembered his the first rhymes that he ever wrote. And I was really grateful that he accepted it. So I'm going to show it to you here. This is what he had to say.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Sheek Louch, LOX. D Block, you already know what it is. Yo, Alien. Habanero, what's up, man? It's your boy. Yeah, I've been loving this hip-hop shit for a long time, bro. I mean, since like Big Daddy Kane and Rakim. And I really wanted to get into a group when I heard like Run DMC. You heard? And EPMD. You know what I mean? And Crazy Dog, Cool G Rap, and all them kind of guys. That started writing in a little black and white notebook pad. Them shit you get at like CVS and all that. Them old school joints. I wish I knew where it was, but yeah, that's my story. Sheek Louch, LOX, D Block. Peace.
Alright, so I was really happy with that. That he actually took the time to answer my question, and I wish he did find that little notebook he had with his first raps, and it'd be such a cool merchandise or collectible to have, and to see what kind of rapper he was inspired to be at the time. They must have been in high school. I know reading about, I believe it was just him and Jadakiss at first that were in school together, and then Styles came along a little bit after. But I just found it cool. He drops all the obvious ones back then, the Big Daddy Kanes, the EPMDs, Run DMCs, and I found it fascinating that his goal was just to want to be in a group. Like that was, that's all he ever aspired to be. And then not only that, he became super successful, had plenty of great group albums with the LOX as a member of the LOX, and then he did like 3 solo albums as well, and a bunch of mixtapes, and yeah, so I was going through, and I couldn't believe that Sheek did it for 30, and there was some other rappers on there. I think I clicked in musicians categories that were charging like $150 or $500 that I would rather pay $500 for Sheek than I would for them. So I feel like I got such a great deal. Anybody that knows me knows I've been down with the LOX. I remember in Vancouver, British Columbia, buying their first album because I grew up in Campbell River, the shirt's right here, and it was on an island, Vancouver Island, and you couldn't get, it was hard to get, except for like the real huge rap albums at the time. So if you travel to the big city, that's when you stocked up. And I remember that day because I bought the first Locks album on the Bad Boy, and I bought the Firm album the same day. And I really liked it. I was a big fan of the Locks, but it turned into something bigger. Like once they got released and they started doing all those Rough Rider songs, and they did the We Are the Streets album, and they started killing all those mixtapes. Styles P is my favorite rapper of all time, and we'll get into him. So I was looking through the cameos, and I noticed Styles P was on there, and he was only $25, and I'm like, what? Because I would have picked him first. No offense to Sheek, I love Sheek, but Styles, if you watch my rap analysis video, I did the song Styles P, Leave a Message, and I've always said this, and I always say that Styles P is my favorite rapper. He's the best to me. I know some people will say, well, he's not the best, but to me, he's the best. He's the one that I connected with the most. He put out so many songs. Yes, I consider mixtapes and freestyle songs to me. On my iPad, there's over 100 Styles P songs. That's not including his group work. But he was always the one that I felt I could connect with more. And when he said something, I felt it, and it hit home for me. And his music, all their music's Sheek as well, obviously, always helped me get through what I was going through, helped me concentrate, and, you know, I don't know. There's always something special about Styles P. So I was like, what? He's even $5 cheaper? And he had a lot of good reviews on there. And like I said, they don't have to be doing this, because there was one guy that paid $150 for, I'm not trying to put over his video, but this is where I saw something of it. He paid $150 to get Redman to ask about advice as a up-and-coming rapper, and Redman went on like a good 5-minute rant, but it's $150. So I know some of the rappers probably don't want to use this as an interview for them. They're doing it out of the goodness of a heart and get a few bucks thrown towards them. But it's supposed to try and make someone's day. But I can assure you, both Sheek and Styles, that this did make my day, because, you know, like, if they would have had this 20 years ago, this is what I would have been asking for every birthday, and just showing it off to all my friends. I just thought it was so cool. So anyway, I was like, wow, and I'm going to try and do the same thing. So I did it, and Styles P, being the stand-up gentleman he is, actually accepted mine as well, because I don't believe they have to. I think they can turn them down, because they know that the kind of questions I'm asking, I'm not saying, oh, hey, can you wish my grandpa happy 60th birthday? You know, I'm asking, what I asked Styles P was, I said, and this is a true story actually, when I first got Twitter, which is to me like 4 years ago, so I got Twitter, and one of the first people I followed was Styles P, and I remember he was saying something about writing or smoking in the studio, and I asked him, because I think I had heard somewhere that he didn't write down his raps, and he actually answered me on Twitter, and I thought that was amazing. And then said, yeah, that's true, he doesn't write them down, it's hard for him to read them off the paper, so he was forced to, to find another way. And I put him over, I was like, wow, that's fascinating, because like, you wrote some of my favorite raps and favorite lyrics and favorite songs, and to know that's how you go about doing it. And he responded back to me, he was like, well, thanks, that means a lot, blah, 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 it's not a bragging thing. So I kind of asked him the same thing. I kind of just said, hey, I even put that in there. I put, you know, a couple of years ago on Twitter, this is what I said to you, and this is what you responded back to, and could you talk about that in detail? So he sent a good, it's almost a minute video, and I really appreciate it. And it's so gutter, like him in the stairwell answering me the question, but he's just so humble and down to earth, and he even says on it, he's not doing it to brag, like some of the other ones are like, oh, look at me, I'm so great, I don't have to write it down. It was just out of necessity for him, so I thought that was really cool. So without further ado, I'll take away to the video. I asked Styles P if he could explain his recording process, and why he doesn't write down his lyrics, and how he remembers them when he goes to record them. So let's do that.
Alien, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm just call you EH, brother. How you feeling, man? No, I do not write my rhymes. I pretty much smoke, get the room dark, and I go about it like I'm writing an essay for myself, or remembering the essay for myself, and I just say the lines over and over, and I just go with the feeling. Mine's is not really a braggadocious thing like most rappers. I just really always had an offbeat, on-beat. I always had a job, and I always had a lot to do. And I couldn't read my rhymes off the paper, young, so it's easier for me to get the flow and feeling with just kind of remembering it. And pretty much that's my way about going about it, you know. Just feel it, go with the flow, Jedi shit. Yeah, love is love though, fam. Stay up, D-Block.
Okay, so there you have it. Styles, man, he just seems so like down to earth, and no wonder I always connected with him. I always felt like he was the guy. He could be the neighbor that I could talk to, and he doesn't seem like other rappers, and I think that's why he's lasted so long in the game, is because he's got a great work ethic, and he's just down to earth, and he's cool to everybody, and if you treat him with respect, he's a gangster and a gentleman, just like his first album. So I hope you like these. You know, if I can get more subscribers, and if I can start getting some, get monetized here on YouTube, I plan on doing way more than them, but you know, I don't have cash to just throw left and right. This was a special occasion for me, but I would be more than willing to do more of these and get requests from people to do them, but I gotta start seeing those subscribers and those numbers climb, and then I would be willing to do these all the time. So that's my rap analysis video, cameo responses from Styles P and Sheek Louch, asking them personal questions, and then they were more than happy, or no, sorry, they were not more than happy. I don't know how they felt. I just felt like it was really cool of them to do that for me. So this has been another rap analysis video. I love doing these. Let me know what different songs or other ideas you want me to do for rap analysis videos in the comments. And until next time, I had a great time. Hope you did too.